So now we start officially. I will always be connected a little bit earlier, you know, in case but you will be with Professor Francis, but whenever you finish, you can connect to just to have to ask questions or just to comment on something. So in the learning, the learning Bitácora here contains the information you need and the documents you need for a Bitácora, yes, for a portfolio. So here you will find the materials, and there you will be pasting your tasks in order to have it complete. Unit 1 is this one. Can you see? Can you see, educandos?
Yes, we can.
Yes, okay. So you will always have this, a presentation of the unit and the weeks with the materials we have worked with. So this is last week, the video, the PPT, the materials, this was the personal introduction, then the forum. And when I wrote to you, so so we will agree that the forums will be completed in the week. So it will start one Monday and we will have time to complete it until next Monday. Your participation in the forum is welcome. So you know you have to upload there your comment, the section of the classwork, the task that you're asked to upload there is. But remember, so can you see the form? Looks like this. Okay. If you check the forum, you will see that there is a list of comments updated, what I uploaded. What I need now is for you to start commenting on your classmates. So as soon as I upload my comment, I comment. So Lara, Vanessa uploads hers and immediately comments on Javiera and Krishna. Yes, and Paola to Phoebe and Vanya, whatever combination. But I need everyone here to have comments, okay? So it's not a list of tasks that I am uploading. I am commenting, reading what my classmates have to say and say something. Remember, we're always saying something. It's at the least 200 words. And we are going to revise again the contents of the comments, the same as we did last year. Since this is a more informal task, what you're going to comment is on something that calls your attention from your classmate. For example, I read a story by Krishna, and Krishna explains how important it is for her to learn languages, and so I comment on that. Oh, that's a great comment, Krishna. I think languages are important to be learned. And you comment on something, you say something. So we have more people coming. See you. Hello, good morning, Esteban. Okay. And so please remember you have a lot to say. So by uploading only, I will only have a list of tasks that I have in another place. So I already have your task and I will give you feedback, formative feedback. But here is for you to interact. You did very well. Two people commented on my presentation. Thank you for that. I will also respond to you. But I also need you to comment on your classmates, yes? And establish that exchange among yourselves. So I hope this is clearer, okay? So always, whenever I upload something, I comment on my classmates. And we will see in the presentation how that interaction should be carried out. And we did something the same last year. I was, last semester, I was very worried that you had something to say with a structure to your classmates so that you practice writing. Remember, we're also practicing writing. Okay, so good morning. I think we are all here. We started with some housekeeping in regards to work over the week. And we all agree that we're going to have 1 week to participate in the forum each week and to finish the task. And remember, the task will appear with this signal. The signal is a little hand with a task. So do you remember that one? So this signal here is a task. So here I have some people who have also uploaded here, and you will receive my formative assessment. I would say something general as to keep on writing, pay attention to sentences, for example. That's something in general that I would say, yes, just because you need to pay attention that you're writing sentences, so you have a structure. We practiced in the workshop last year. We practiced writing sentences. Do you remember? So probably we will need to revise that again shortly. Yes, about how to write sentences. So pay attention. Those materials are uploaded to Educandus. You saw them last year. So read again how to write a sentence. So you have a subject, a predicate, a full stop, and it's not just one continuous piece of writing. And always remember also on Educandus, you will have, here you have the participation rubric. So everything that needs to have your participation there, your writing, and your grade. So participation will have a grade, yes. So if you don't participate, you will be below the standard that you need to get. So that is why I really call your attention to your doing the task, participating in the forum in 1 week. If you need more time, you can ask me for more time. But please be mindful that every week you need to accomplish something. Otherwise, this is going to be a mountain of tasks by next month, not even thinking of July. So that is why I want to help you organize your work. And then you will have here the agreements. Every week, remember, check the forum and participate. So we write agreements down. So that's why you need to pay attention, and that's for you to focus. Okay, are we clear? Are we clear with the participation? You will have a week. If you have anything to ask or something that was not clear. Yes, Phoebe, anyone?
It's clear. I think so. To me, it's clear.
Okay, so if you need more time, it is all right. You can have more time, but let us have everyone on board so that we get to the final goal.
Now, as a first week, we have time to comment our classmate.
Yes, of course, it's
okay.
open. That one is open. Yes, you have time. We will do this complete. Yes, the whole participation, your comments among yourselves, practice this writing. Remember, it's not only one sentence. It's at the least 2-3 sentences. Okay, let us also establish these goals for yourselves so that you practice more and more writing. So that would be one way in which we practice writing. Okay, excellent. Is there anything else? In regards to the bitácora, the same as we did last semester, and here we have new classmates. We have Josefina and Esteban. Those students had some problems last year, doing the module, so they are here back. You're very welcome, but I am going to explain to you the way we are going to work. So with the bitácora, we will take some time today with this. Okay. So this is the Bitácora. This is what you download from Educandos. You write here your data. So this is an introduction, yes. And here, this is an example. Okay, so this the time here is different. The dates. Let us say just this, but anyway. So the first task is a personal introduction task. Yes, personal introduction task. So you write here, you write the date, the description, so reflection experiences, learning a foreign language or foreign languages. So this is the presentation of the task. Here you copy your task. Yes, this is an example. So here you copy your piece of writing and paste it here. And the third is a reflective page in which you reflect on what you learned, what you could do differently, and what would you like to do in the future. So in this way, I will also see your progress in your reflecting task, in your reflections on how you become reflective on your own task, on your needs, and also the goals that you set for yourselves. Yes, not only depending on the module or from outside. Also, you reflect on that. And then again, task 2, I think this is task 1. So we will change here. So this is an introductory task. Yes, we will change. I will change the document. So this is an introductory task, and this will be task 1. Okay, task 1. Task 1 will be, today we will explain task 1. You see, you have tasks, you have videos, everything you have to work with. You describe the activities, you will read, you will watch videos, and here you will copy that task. Copy and paste. And again, do your reflections. And so on and so forth. Task 3, task 4, every task you adapt to this document. Okay, so this is the updated document. I will separate the questions a little bit because they seem to be near. And this is the new document I am going to upload to Educandos for you to download, so that we are all on the same task, on the same page. Yes. Okay, that as regards the Bitácora. Do you have any questions? So, welcome to week 2. So time has flown, and I know we have all been very busy. Starting the new semester has been hectic for all of us. So hopefully you are all energetic to start to come back again this week. Okay. Any other questions about what we explained? Do you need anything any other explanations? Are we okay?
Yes, we are okay.
Okay, so we continue. So again here, the week organization is good for us to remember when we have our classes. Yes, you will receive my email by Sunday afternoon, evening for you to start preparing psychologically. Yes. What else? Task uploaded, yes, a week after explanations. That is, or if I ask you, finish today, that's on demand if there is any urgency, but we agree that a week after explanations is all right. If you need 1 more week, half more week, you can have it. And you're free to organize your autonomous work, but that is what I am trying to help you think about. You need to organize this autonomous work time just to be able to accomplish everything. Yes, and if you have some free time on Monday morning after the class, you take advantage of that time and work. Office hours, you can write to me and tell me if you need extra explanations, any other meeting we can have. We can have that as well. So housekeeping. Housekeeping refers to, well, everything we need to think about, reminders, yes? So check information and agreements for every week on Educandos. That's what I was talking about at the beginning. Every week we get some agreements. We know what we have to do. So check the materials for tasks. Check forums again. So this week there will be no forum, but you will have a forum next week again. Yes, but finish the forum that we have pending. Check the learning bitácora. Yes, there is a rubric there as well for you to check, and the participation rubric is also there next to the forum on Educandos. Okay, then always revise the lesson plan. We are going to be revising also in class. The lesson plan, whenever you see colors in the lesson plan, that means there is some step towards evaluations. And we know that the blue color here means a task that you need to accomplish to Pitágora. Remember, it is colored along, and we will be explaining them class by class. So you know every week you have something to do in regards a task, some kind of task, some kind of reading, some kind of listening, or both reading and listening. Then you have a grade, and grade is the participation in the forum. And you know that is also signal. I will also be telling you while participating in the forum. This section of your task is to be uploaded to the forum. So you will know, every class you will know that you have to participate in the forum. And therefore, you know you will be towards accomplishing this 40% of your final grade. And remember that I will also be focusing on this, on which evaluation is coming. So in May, we will start thinking of the midterm, and then you will start planning your activity. That will be by June, and your micro teaching, yes. So this will be the last ones, but pay attention because we are concentrating on these two ones, on these two evaluations, which are progressive, yes, which you will be doing every week. And remember, always learning a language takes a little bit every day, every week is one brick on the wall every week. Again, the class meetings, the regulations. So here I added again about the forum. And there is something else we didn't talk about last week, but it appeared in other modules. We talked also with the other professors. And that has to do with the use of cameras. You should have been recommended. You might have been recommended to use cameras. And I don't want to force this. It's not forcing you to do it, but in general discussions, we can use cameras. It's an invitation. So we will write it here. Turn on cameras whenever for general discussions in class. I do not know whether this is a good point, but we need to deal with it because it has been agreed by the university that this was going to be a demand. I know we cannot oblige you to do this. Sometimes you do not feel like turning on the cameras because of many reasons. There is a much more investment of your of your internet plan, for example, or sometimes the connection would be more deficient if you turn your cameras on. So we need to pay attention to all of those situations. So do you have any comments to make on this? Is there anything else we need to add in these regulations?
When we must turn on the camera?
For general discussion, when we are putting, talking about our ideas, or whenever we are exposing our ideas, discussing among ourselves. So there is some kind of presentation or exposition or something. Yes, is that possible? Okay. Possible regulation? Yes.
To me, it's okay. I can turn on the camera. I don't know if my classmate can do it.
Okay, we will see when we arrive at the point, but just for us to have discussed the topic, do you have any other ideas about cameras or recommendations or some kind of rejection? I listen to you, so this is the time to express your ideas. Catalina, Krishna, Vanessa, any idea? Catalina, I can see you now.
Hello. I'm agree. O sea, I mean, can I say in Spanish?
You agree? Yes, you agree to turn on the cameras on demand in certain occasions.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I know that sometimes it is not possible, so it's not going to be required all the time. Sometimes you are listening, just watching a video, you're discussing with classmates. Okay, so. Okay. Yes, Catalina, do not worry. Okay, so we are advised that we can do this, that we might be at the point of requiring the use of cameras. Yes, and so we agree in general. Okay, then questions and answers. Do you have any doubts again on the way we are going to work? Questions and answers. Do you have anything to comment? Yes, okay.
When is finish the semester?
The semester finishes in July, the 15th of July, around the 15th of July. Yes, there is a Friday that is a holiday, so I think it's 15th of July. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So any other, so we have midterm by the second week of May for you to bear in mind. At that time, we will start revising for midterm test, and your bitácoras should be completed up to that point. Yes, for you to have a goal to accomplish soon. Yes. And then, yes, we will be finishing on the week of the 12th of July. Yes. Questions? Any other questions? We are okay? Well, okay, so we start officially now after so much housekeeping, but remember, I am always repetitive, but just I wanted to be successful, and I wanted to know everything we are doing and revise everything we are doing. So now, personal introduction. So what would you like to share about your experiences? So more or less I read some of your experiences, you read my experience. Who would like to share about your experiences with learning a foreign language? Yes, that's the
teacher. You have many titles, many roles. Wow.
Well, Duna, but that's just because a decision. Yes, I know Krishna also wrote to me. That's a decision because I like academia very much. Apart from teaching, I discovered that I like studying. I have always been surrounded by books and reading, and I can spend hours. Sometimes the time just vanishes in between my hands just because of reading and finding something else and writing. And I am writing a project which is very, very demanding at the moment. And I am, so it just time vanishes in so much that there is to read and think about and write and change. And that's what I love. So that is why I decided to continue my studies just as a grown-up person with my MA and then the PhD, the doctoral program. And those are wonderful experiences. Just because and my
Bajo tu micrófono.
Paola is so cute. That boy is so cute. And so it was just that's a decision. As I said, some people might not agree, but that's what I decided to do. And now with this project I am thinking of putting together, I feel again as a doctoral student, kind of. And those were happiest years of my life. Four of the happiest years of my life, just because of being in touch with academicians and learning something new every day. And I think we all learn something new every day. We have different ways of learning. And so that's why I also commend many of you who have been learning English and overcoming some difficulties. For example, who would like to talk about the difficulties you found? Because you always find difficulties. It's not always so easy. We just write and think now after so many years, everything was easy, but it was not easy. There are many difficulties along the way that you just overcome just because you have a passion. Motivation, as I was saying earlier, comes from inside you, and you always find the way to overcome difficulties. So, for example, who would like to tell about those experiences? Some of them were more easier or more difficult than others. For example, Vanessa has a nice story to tell. Would you like to share your story, Vanessa?
Share the screen and show or tell them?
No, you can tell us. Experiences.
Can I read it? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, so she started learning when she was young, in secondary school, something like that.
9 or 10 years old.
Yes.
Well, like Vanessa Lacarte, born and raised here in Linares. At the beginning of my entire life, I studied in a little elementary school, then in high school. In that high school is Politécnico Irineo Badilla Fuentes Instituto, where I graduate with a technical title.
And you had English there. You had English classes there.
Yeah. But my first approach to English was in the elementary school. When I have 9 or 10, like I said, and was shocking because since first grade until 4, we didn't have English. So I know it in 5th grade. And I don't know nothing, almost nothing. I understood nothing. And I am a curious person, so that's called my entire attention, and I love it.
I started loving English. Yes, so that's great. Yes, we can start at different ages and still find the love for the language. Yes, but then you decided to quit your studies. Why?
Yeah, kind of. In high school, I participated in the program called Access program.
Yes,
the
he's still
university
there.
here in
Yeah,
Puebla.
today we have it.
Yeah.
We have with Professor Francis. He teaches there as well, teenagers here in Linares. So it's a great opportunity. It's a
You
great
know,
program.
yeah, and it was great for a while because I started to have troubles with my other part of the life.
Mhm.
I mean, firefighters, house, friends, everything, and I have in my hands more than I can handle.
Mhm.
So my classmate and the program was pretty cool in the were pretty good in the language, and I started to lose my confidence in
Mhm.
English. So
Yes.
I started to have feelings. I mean, physically and mentally,
Mhm. Mhm.
I have stress, high stress,
Mhm.
and yeah, I quit the program because I me rebasó.
So it was over your possibilities.
Yeah,
But anyway,
it
you could
was great.
still, but you
Was a
could
good,
reflect. You could reflect on that time of your life.
yeah, but was a good choice because
Mhm.
I healed and I fell in love again with the language. I
Yes, of course.
restart. I mean,
Yes, the language is never going to reject you. It's you sometimes who
yeah,
reject the language.
yeah.
Yes, the language will always welcome you and it will always be there ready for you to grab as much as you can, to learn as much as you can. Excellent. So I learned this from Vanessa, which she had a bad moment in her life, but she overcame that one and continued learning, which is what will happen to many of us, many people. So we'll have something like that. Some will feel like that at some point in life, and the point is to continue. Okay, anyone else would like to share something new? Anyone? Paola? Anyone? Krishna? Esteban also had some problems last year. He had to, but he's a good student. He's here again with us. Esteban, would you like to share?
Yeah, I would like to share something because
Mhm.
I really don't have problem the last years. It's only because I quit because
Mhm.
I don't like this way to learn, or it's not for me. I think
Mhm.
because I am very energetic guy, so I have to move when I have to move all the time.
Mhm.
Stay here 3 hours for me is horrible.
Horrible. Okay, but
Yeah.
let me tell you, this is the future. This is the
Yeah,
future.
I know.
Yes. So we
Because
need to be open to new opportunities that we will
yes,
have.
I know. I have to adapt to
We have
this
to
way.
adapt. Yes, and be open to new opportunities. So
Yes, I
yes,
know.
the point is to keep on going, keep on learning and taking advantage of as many opportunities as we have. We will all have times in which we need a time out, yes, un tiempo cortar con algo, but then we need to come back and keep on learning.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so you're all welcome. We will have more discussions coming. And here in this section, I will explain again, those who are new will see this repetitive, and the girls who were with me last semester already know this. It's a form of participation. Remember, we need to write at the minimum of 200 words, or at the least, not count each word, but try to write. This week you write a little bit, then the following foreign participation, you will write a little bit more, and so on and so forth, so that you also set these goals for yourselves and try to accomplish them. Yes. Here in this following slides, you will see examples of what we discussed last year, but it can be on any topic. Responses to our classmates. So we will always be referring to some conceptual knowledge, not in this particular post because it is about something personal, or you can say something about any concept of learning languages. You can refer to something conceptual, but from now on, we will be discussing topics that have to do with learning, for example, learning theories. So you will be learning new concepts. You need to mention them in your comment. And you will be giving your opinion, and that's why I offer you some ideas. In my opinion, I think that, so that you learn to increase your certain phrases that will help you in your language development to express different kinds of messages. And the final section is your suggestion. Yes, how can my classmate improve in this writing? I would like to offer some suggestions. I would suggest, yes, you say something about the comment, about the topic we are writing, yes, about, or something. I suggest that you write shorter sentences. I would like to suggest that you comment more on your personal life, on some learnings you had, whatever it is that we suggest our classmates. So read attentively what they have written so that you can offer this feedback, this comment, which is a complete comment, and you help your classmate improve in the long run, yes? And finally, always check that everyone has a comment. So remember, I showed you a list of comments, yes, but no one should be on 0 answers, yes? So no one should, you need to interact. So everyone should have at least 1 comment. So check that all your classmates have had their comments. Okay, so that regards the forum. Do we all agree on that? Do we agree?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so we are on board, the same ideas. And now, every week I thought of having here a warm-up, as a warm-up, or as a kind of this of changing of pace, a video to reflect. So this is a video from this channel, Edutopia, which has lots of videos about different ideas for teaching and learning and teaching. So this is a very good channel to find examples. And we will watch one of the videos in remember that we were talking about creating environments. So we will be reflecting on this. So this is one video to reflect. We will have a short discussion and then we start today's class. Okay, and then you can watch it. Probably we will watch some section, then you can watch it at home when you revise the whole class, the PowerPoint, and everything that is included there. Okay? Do we agree? Okay, so turn on your, so I hope you can hear, you can listen to it. No? Could I? No. This is not what I wanted to share. Okay, it's here. All right.
Engagement.
Okay.
The transformation of space has completely elevated student engagement.
How do we provide the environments that kids need? Sometimes to be in their caves and be private, sometimes to be at the watering hole and working in small collaborative groups, and sometimes in cross-pollination where they're able to really share their work and work with each other.
My kids love to be under things, behind things, around things. We have 5-gallon buckets in my room that we sit on. We sit on crate seating that I made in my backyard out of a crate and some plywood and some foam. All right, come on. And I also just threw a lot of pillows on the floor. Offspring is like a baby squirrel. Is that something that might be important to your research? It might be important. From day one, I've said, you may sit anywhere you like as long as you're safe in our classroom.
That's working out really well. Keep on going.
We're really looking at how do we support kids working collaboratively? And we can't do it if we're isolated in rows and every kid's an island.
The first thing that has to happen is the teacher has to have a vision for their room and a willingness to say, I'm going to throw out some of this stuff. I don't need this traditional schooling equipment.
When you walk into a room that we have done, you'll see tables. You don't see individual student workspaces. In some classrooms, you'll see at least 3 kinds of seating. You'll see flexible bookshelves that are mobile that can be moved so that the room can be totally opened up, or little nooks and crannies can be created so that everybody can see everybody and we can participate as a community.
It helps plants grow. Good.
How can you do it on a dime? What we found is teachers are really hitting the streets the week that college kids leave town and seeing what they can buy for their classroom.
This is what I'd like you to accomplish today.
Beginning of the year is a good time to ask if any of you have a couch or a chair that you have just sitting around. The kids would like to read on it, and it could be a reading corner. And that's how I started. And then it grew and grew because it was so successful. You're good at finding facts. You're just good at typing. I love it. When the students walk in the room, I'll say, sit where you work the best.
Okay. So you have seen an environment that is very, very different from the ones we know here in our classrooms, in our traditional classrooms. And so I have some questions for you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
So what do you think are flexible classrooms?
Can you repeat?
Yes, what are flexible classrooms? Can you see the PowerPoint again? So here there are some questions. What are flexible classrooms? According to what you saw in the video.
More enjoying it. Funny.
Enjoyable classrooms. What about the
This-
organization? Yes.
They ask to their students the type of seating.
Yes, exactly.
So that is a way to study. No sé cómo decirlo.
Come on, you can study comfortably, or how you like to do it if you need to couch. Yes, a flexible classroom also means that you're not constrained to rows and individual workplaces like the teachers explain, but you are in a flexible place where you can sit in different areas of the classroom, in different types of seats, in groups or alone, depending on different activities. And how do you think we could create an environment in English for beginners following this example? What else would we need if we have beginner English learners? And you have seen many more things, seats, tables, but there are many other things in those classrooms. What else can you see?
Like object.
Objects, yes, objects.
I saw a couch, and computers, some interactive things.
Yes, but other types of objects to learn. Yes, exactly. Not only not only seats, different kinds of asientos, yes, different kinds of chairs or couches, but also objects to learn, yes, exactly, games, toys. What else can you have for your students, for beginners? What else can you see in the classroom? You have been watching? There are many other things in the classrooms.
Books.
Books.
They
Lots
have
of books.
like portal. No, how I say that? Portátil.
A portable
library, portable libraries.
Yes, a portable library. That was great. I thought that was great because you can create a different environment within one same room. Yes, excellent.
It's like they choose what environment they want.
Yes, exactly.
Because in the video shows a lot of kids on a bed, sitting on a bed and they're studying.
Yes, the different kinds of seats, and these portable library shelves are great. Books, and also the walls are always full of posters and images that can help their students, and every student in the learning process. And that's something we can see in the classrooms we have here. So it might be you need a lot of stretch of your imagination to think how local schools could have something like this, but it might not be so difficult since schools need to become places in which we are not going to be crowded again. We will have students that will be online, others in face-to-face classes, and probably there will be more space in classrooms to have different spaces and different smaller environments within the same classroom. So think of these ideas, bear in mind, watch the videos again, because we will always be returning to these ideas while we do our module and while we are working in this context.
Teacher, I have a question, but I'm confused. We, as a teacher, we can have that type of things in our class?
Probably.
Or there is a homework to the elementary school, to the school.
We will always be reflecting on different kinds of topics, yes. Probably here in our environments it's difficult because we don't have one classroom. That classroom is shared by different teachers. We have a classroom that is shared by different teachers, but we might have sections of the classroom with our posters, our objects, as Vanessa was saying, the books that Esteban was mentioning. So little by little, we need to have all of these examples in mind so as to see how much can we change of the realities we have, yes, whenever we are in the school, in real schools, yes. So we will see lots of different examples so that you have this background in your heads and start thinking and reflecting on what are the possibilities whenever you are in the position of doing that. So this, for the time being, is classwork and homework, but for the time being, but you will be creating ideas in your head that might be possible, and we will always be referring to. Remember that video in which we saw, so you always need to watch this and have them fresh in your heads because we will be referring to them. Okay, this is the first unit, and this is the first learning outcome. Recognize various topics and theories dedicated to the development of language L2, so the second language or foreign language in oral and written intermediate level discourse. And therefore, that means that you will be listening and reading, yes, because in this you will be developing your English abilities and your skills of reading and listening and understanding about theories, about learning theories. And it's related to standard 9 because you, as we said, you're going to be knowledgeable teachers And you will need to know about different topics and be able to also communicate about those topics. Remember, now and then we will have time also to discuss about the standards and how do they relate to your profession, to your future profession. Okay, so we will start with the explanation of task document 1, which is about learning theories. And you will have a little search to conduct on the internet. The first one, so whenever you see Google search here, do not worry, that's Google Dictionary. And I will explain to you why do I like Google Dictionary so much. And it is because it has a history of the words. And so I really find this, you just write the word, meaning, and it takes you to the dictionary. And it has lots of information, definition in other languages, and you also have the history of the word. And that is something I really love, because I like words, I like languages, and I was always interested in those topics. So it's a very good dictionary. Do not think it is something less valuable because it's Google. No, okay. So do not be, do not have prejudices against that. So you just write in Google one word, and I will show you. You just write a word meaning, and it will take you directly to the dictionary. And you have lots of information there. So it's a great source to learn, not only to know the word, something about the word, but to learn much more about that word than we would simply know. So, word behavior. Do you know anything about the word behavior from before? Did you see this word before?
Is comportamiento?
Yes, that's a translation in Spanish. So it has to do something with your conduct, your way of acting, yes, in the world. And you have here the link. So we will see, hopefully I can show you the page. Google. Hopefully we can see the Google page. So I just wrote behavior dictionary. So you have here the pronunciation, yes?
Behavior.
Behavior. You have the explanations, the way in which an animal or person behaves in response to particular situation or stimulus, the way in which one acts or conducts oneself. What we were saying, sí. El comportamiento, la conducta, la forma de actuar. Okay, so that's behavior. It's a word that we might need to check. It's a word that doesn't sound similar to anything in Spanish, but we might have heard it before. If not, we have here a lot of explanation. As I said, you have all the history of the word, yes? So it came into English in late Middle English, right? For example, in the 1800s, and then it was not used anymore until it started to be used again, you see? So you have the whole history when it started to be used in English. Where does it come from? It comes from an Anglo-Saxon word. It comes from a Greek word. It comes from Latin. So you have lots of, you can have that explanation here. And you also have here some other examples and connections to Wikipedia, of course. Okay, so it's not all, this can be useful, and then you have connections to other dictionaries if you want to be sure. All right, so what you're going to do, and these are sections of your task, so this is similar to what you're going to find in the task. You will write the information you can find, yes, about behavior. And we have other words also to look up in the dictionary. Yes, so you will write that down. The next word is cognition. And in this case, the word is more similar to a word in Spanish. What can it be related to, cognition? You tell me before we look it up. Cognition.
Cognición, ¿no?
Cognición is related to what in Spanish? Cognition is related to what word in Spanish?
Se supone que el conocimiento.
Conocimiento, exactly, conocimiento. Yes, cognition, cognición, viene el conocimiento. Exactly. And that means if I can relate it to something I know, to some word in Spanish, means it comes from the same origin, yes, of Spanish. So it comes from Latin. It's a word that comes from Latin. And so I can find something in my language that can help me understand. So this is another way in which we learn new words. Yes, cognition. Yes, cognition comes from Latin, cognoscere, cognitio. Yes, cognition in English. Yes, all right. Can you see? Y nosotros tenemos conocer. Del mismo latín, nosotros tenemos conocer. Yes. The mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and senses. Okay, that's cognition. Okay, so you will be able to, there is a chart. So remember the meanings. We have to fill in a chart. Okay, next one, next word. Next word is construct. What is to construct? From your own heads. Construct, come on. It's easy. Construir in Spanish. In English, there is a word for that. Well, how is construir in English? Another word. Build. So you have a Germanic word there, build. But you also have construct, which makes things easier for Spanish speakers because we have some connection there to a language which we know. And so here is construct. Yes, means to build, to make something from zero. Yes, to make something new. So bringing together some conceptual elements, okay, and it comes exactly from Latin, construere, yes, construere, construct, and from Latin also came to Spanish, construir. Okay, excellent. Exactly. So we have some other synonyms: set up, build, put up, establish, assemble. Also an idea. So if it is not something physical, you can construct an idea. Yes, etc. Okay, in geometry, you have different areas. Excellent. So now you will work a little bit more and finish or start thinking, because you have to do this in your task. Yes, I am helping you, guiding you step by step. Yes, and we will be able here to, with the information we got from the dictionary, to write some meanings. Okay, so what is the behavior? What did we say behavior was? Behavior? Do you remember?
It's an attitude based on let's say sense. I see sense or yeah, senses. I can't remember the other one.
Based on based on
stimulation.
On some stimulus, some conditions. Yes.
Yeah, conditions.
So you act on one way or another according to conditions that happen around you. Yes, it is a way of acting. Yes? This also comes from Latin, acting. Yes, actuar. Yes, it's a way of acting. Yes, of conducting yourself in life. Yes, or in different situations. Conducting yourself. Okay. Any other ideas? Okay, cognition. Come on, this is your time. Your
I
moment.
found that cognition is the process of acquire knowledge.
Acquiring knowledge. Yes, exactly. So it has to do with knowledge. Knowledge is the English word for cognition. Yes, for conocimiento, knowledge. Excellent. This is the Germanic word. Excellent. So it has another origin.
But that
yes.
is a sense of our perception.
Is there, Phoebe? Pardon?
Sense of our perception.
Perception, yes.
Something we know.
Yes, it is related to perception. Yes, what we perceive, what we see, what we listen, hear. Yes, what we perceive also help us acquire knowledge, establish an idea in our heads. Excellent. It is related, so related, yes, to our perceptions. Yes, perceptions. Our experiences with the world. Yes, what we see, remember what we hear, also in the classroom. Yes, if you watch that video again, you will see that the teacher said that because of those environments that were very flexible, students improved their academic records, for example. So just because of their knowledge, the way in which they acquire knowledge changed, so also their perceptions in the classroom changed, their behavior changed as well. So that helped cognition, that helped knowledge. But keep on listening and looking, watching those videos, as I said, because we are going to make connections. Okay. And then construct.
Build something.
Yes, build something, exactly. So with construction, we refer to building, yes, to putting together pieces, yes. It is related to knowledge, it is related to learning. Yes, they're learning theories. We are making the warm up, warming up our brains to understand. And then you will be reading about this and watching more videos so that it is related to knowledge, but it can be, only construct can be built anything, yes. But in this case, it is related to knowledge. And there is a section of the video in which you can see students constructing something. Have you seen that section? Very, very short. The students are doing something. Do you remember?
Sorry, can you repeat?
There is a section in the video in which students are constructing something, building something. Do you remember?
No, I don't remember.
Okay, watch again and you will see they are doing something and the teacher is explaining. That is also a way of learning. Yes, it's not only you're sitting down, or can you see students sitting down listening to the teacher? Only. Can you see that? In that classroom?
And they use, how can I say that word? Let me search.
Yes, they use.
A drill?
A drill, yes. They are doing something with their hands, with a drill, yes. And they are
with the cover cable, yeah.
Yes, exactly. And they are building something, they're constructing something. So it's not only you build, of course you build knowledge, but you can also build something or knowledge. Yes, it depends. And also means you're working, yes, and you're doing schoolwork in a different way because you don't have students sitting still in their on the chairs at their tables listening to the teachers. Okay, we agree on that?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And you see that they are together with other people working together, and also then you have other like puzzles on the tables. So you think, you predict children are doing something together, constructing something, solving some kind of problem. Okay, excellent. So you have the introduction to thinking that there are different ways, different theories that help us learn. Yes, and we will have an introduction to that. Yes, introduction to learning theories. This is like very light. We need darker colors. Okay, and this is what you're going to be reading about and watching, reading here and watching videos about. Yes, so this is a website from the Wikipedia in which you have an extract about learning theory. And you have to find out information why are learning theories important and why do you think, just from without reading, why do you think learning theories are important? Why do you think we need to learn this about this?
Because we can see another ways to teach, to learn.
Yes, and understand.
And we can see some, I don't know, scientists, datos, how is it?
Data, or?
Well, you can see information,
Facts,
more information.
Information, exactly. And understand how people learn. Why do we do what we do? Yes, why, or which ways things can be done in order to favor learning. Yes, because we are here all trying to learn how to improve learning, teaching and learning. So that is why learning theories are important, and that's why you will be reading. So this will be a world of discovery. We just work with basic words. Yes, we worked with behavior, with cognition, with construction, but you need to learn now to investigate. This is one website and you have others, and try to come up with your ideas, with your explanations about the topic. Yes, so the main theories that are mentioned there. Okay, so that's another section of your task. Section 4 takes you to another article in which you will have some ideas to conceptualize behaviorism, cognitivism, and constructivism, being these the theories, the general theories that come from behavior, cognition, and construction. Yes, this is the abstract noun that embodies the knowledge within these theories. And you will have also to try to explain them, because you will have them explained here in your words. And remember, everything you do now for this task, you will be discussing about next class. So it's not that we are all, so you should be just interrupting me and speaking all the time next class, okay? It's not that you're just silent. Okay, are you following? Do you follow? Hello?
Yes.
Okay, so behaviorism in Spanish will be conductismo, which is this area of knowledge that implies a learning theory and all the regulations and elements within that theory. Y el otro es cognitivismo y constructivismo. So you have heard of this in Spanish. Now you are introduced to this terminology in English, and you will be reading about them in English. And then in this same article, you will look for examples and applications of behaviorist, cognitivist, and constructivist learning theories that you could experience at school. For example, think of elementary school, middle school, high schools. And we all learned under certain theories, yes? So it's not that our teachers did not follow an idea of theory. We were not working on the theories when we were taught, yes? So we followed, and as teachers, we will also be required to follow one of these general theories. And so we all learn, or a combination of them sometimes as well. It could not be only one, yes? But for example, that my teachers, what else, were reinforcing the certain behavior. I attended a very behaviorist school, so if the director came, we needed to stand up from our class, from our seats. Yes. So we knew that in front of a teacher of authority, we needed to stand up or line up. Yes, so we were always following some kind of conduct. Yes, some kind of behavior, some kind of action in relationship to a stimulus. If the director came, we had to do something. Yes, if the teacher came into the room, we have to do something else. So in that sense, I attended, for example, in my memory, a very behaviorist school. Okay. So those examples I needed to think of. Okay. Then the next, you will be doing the post-reading. So in the post-reading, you will be doing some listening. And in these videos, probably here you have two. The first one, the next one is more reading, but it's a video. And you will have, so in some cases, you can find speaking. I think this is the video that has some speaking, and in here you have mostly images and words, because there's some materials you can find online. We will see some an introduction to this video, so you know what to expect and what to pay attention to. And remember what you will be doing with all this information. So you have read Wikipedia, an article here, you have read, yes, Wikipedia, you have read another article, and you will be watching videos. So what do you do with this information? You will be doing a summary, which is a brief, concise statement. Anyway, you have lots of topics to refer to, see, of main facts, yes? Los hechos, los datos. This is what Esteban was talking about. The main facts, los hechos, los datos concretos, okay? So you will write a summary about 250 words, and you will be talking about a little bit of every topic, yes? Introduction to learning theories, behaviorism, cognitivism, constructivism, and applications. How are they applied in schools? And I gave you already an example. It's one of million examples of behaviorism in schools, right? And you have many, many, many more. And we will see also some cases. There are many other ways in which we can observe these learning theories taking place. Okay, so this task, we will not upload to the forum, yes, because you will be finishing the previous forum. We agree?
This week we
finished
don't have forum. Okay.
No. You have the previous forum in which you comment to your classmates' introduction. But this section will be discussed the following class. Yes? So the following class, I want you all with your summaries ready, yes, to participate. Okay, do we agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, teacher.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so look at this. So whenever you sit down with your studies, with your materials and with your task, sit down with the PowerPoint, because remember, we write here our ideas, our discussions and everything, and the PPT it's like a book. Yes, you follow step by step so that you find all of the information and you have the reminders there. So always work with the PPT because it's like your unit of work and you have the materials there. So in this section, we'll be discussing class, so be ready, please be ready with your summaries. With your summaries to discuss in class. And then you will upload, you will copy and paste that in your Vitacora. That will be your task 1, finished. But in order to have that, I need you working. I need you working today after we finish. I need you working along this week. Yes, so as to have this ready and you know you are on track. Moreover, you will have a space to upload the task for formative feedback. In that way, I will be already having a follow-up on how you're doing. Yes, and I will be able to say, oh, Vanessa, you didn't finish task 1. I didn't see it. I did. Do you have problems? In that way, I will also know whether you have problems, whether you're behind, you didn't understand something. So that we can recap. Okay, is that clear? So your summaries to discuss. Okay, be ready with your summaries to discuss in class. Okay. All right. So the summary just concentrates on the main concepts and the main facts that are there ahead. Okay, so the Vitacora or portfolio, remember, this collects all of your tasks. Yes, if we have observations, if you have any other kind of your introduction, if you have an essay on something reflexive, or every task has a reflexive answer, summaries, everything will be included in this Vitacora. So always have it updated. Yes, always have it updated. Task 1, clean. Task 2. Remember, next week we have another task. And so it will be impossible for you in 2-3 weeks to accomplish everything. So please work with your time in your head, with time in order to have everything accomplished. So task 1, be prepared to discuss that, yes, and have, check the Vitacora and update it, yes. Check the Vitacora and rubric, yes. And please keep it updated. We'll have here, okay, okay, so we will go to the slide in which we summarize 3 things we learned today. 2 things I want to learn next class, or in my reading while I do my task, and 1 question. So think, come on. 3 things you have learned. Okay, 3 things you have learned today. 1.
The concept of behavior,
Cognition, behavior.
Cognition and construct.
Construct, yes. Cognition and construct. Okay. Another thing we have learned. Something about the concepts, how to look up for words and find out more.
Another ways to teach in relation with the flexible classroom.
Yes. And you can make lots of relations. As soon as you start reading about these theories, you will make much more connections about that with that video or with any other video, any other classroom that you have seen, in which you have been. Yes.
Kinds to create an environment.
Yes, ways to create an environment. Yes. Yes, ways in which we can create different ways to create a classroom. Yes, an environment, different environments within one big environment. Yes, excellent. Environment, different environment. Yes. Excellent. Two things that we would like to learn along the week. This is the first. Next.
Maybe be more organized.
Yes.
And do the homework.
Yes.
In a week.
Yes.
With motivation.
With motivation. Excellent. Excellent, Catalina. To learn. Yes. To be more organized. Yes. Be more organized. Yes. To take action. Yes. Take action. That's a concept I learned by listening to speakers online, and that is wonderful. Take action. Yes, the task is not going to be done alone. We need you to sit down and do the task. You need to get organized. That is what we have been discussing. Yes, with tasks. So take action to complete your work in time, to complete the tasks on time. Yes, exactly. Take action. Yes, it is not going to come to your door. Yes, motivation or time and say, oh, now I am time. Now you can do this. No. You have to create those spaces from yourselves. And one question. One question. One question. Both boy and girls.
I don't have question.
One question. I think we have more time to finish. Okay, one more question. Yes, we already discussed that. Yes, you will always be given, granted extra time. As far as I know, your commitment. Yes, a person who has not done anything from day one, asking for more time is just, well, it doesn't have any meaning. Yes. So as far as I see your commitment, you will have flexibility. Yes. Igual, commitment es el compromiso del trabajo. Okay, so es un compromiso de cumplir. Okay, while you think of more questions, yes, we will write down our agreements. And remember, we write the agreements just in order to have a to-do list. Yes. So as far as I have them written here and on Educandos, then there's no escape. Yes, you have to accomplish them. You will see them there whenever you revise the PPT. So you have to do that thing. Yes. So which agreements? Check materials.
Agreements maybe could be
this is the first
following the classes.
Follow the classes, yes. Follow follow the classes again, because you will have all the materials on Educando. So you have the video, you have the PPT, you have the task. everything there, yes? And another task created for you to upload your task for formative feedback. And you will have, so everything will be on Educandos. All our discussions and agreements and materials, everything will be there. So you need to connect to Educandos, check the materials, sit down with your preferred cup of coffee or tea, yes, and feel relaxed and say, okay, I am doing this and I will finish in 2-3 hours and I will be happy, ready to do something else because you have something else to do as well. So always think you need to be organized because you don't have time to waste. Yes, you have to organize your time. So follow the classes again and the accompanying materials. Okay, what else? Accompanying materials.
Participate in class, maybe.
Participate in class. Yes, be ready to participate. Yes. There's no
Turn on the camera.
And turn on the camera whenever we have yes. So the introduction of next class will be the cameras and your exposition about the different topics, about behaviorism, constructivism, and cognitivism. And so there we will be also watching each other. So remember to participate in the forum. Remember to upload the tasks you have the introductions as well, and this other task to upload for formative feedback. Okay, so be ready. Discuss your summaries. Next class. Okay. Keep bitácoras updated. Remember that also helps us to have it every week in our heads. Okay, do we need to remember anything else? Or are we clear?
I am clear.
Okay, so do you have any questions? Any of you, please? The last thing is you will see in the task. So this is task document 1, Introduction to Learning Theories. So you will see it's a Word document in which you have spaces to write. Of course, if you need to write more or less, you adapt that. It's flexible. That's why I like Word so much. So you have there about behavior, cognition, construct, yes. And then you have the chart. Then you have brainstorming ideas, yes. And then you have Wikipedia, another article. So this is reading and the questions. These are the videos and the summary. Okay, so it's very much organized, step by step. Once you finish, you copy and paste in the video. And you have at hand your summary. So we discuss the beginning of next class.
Okay.
Okay, are we clear, girls? Do you need any other explanation?
No.
No.
Okay, so now you learned about the dictionary, how to find information in the dictionary, in Google Dictionary, which is very useful. So every time you learn a new word, you can find it there. Where does it come from? And so on and so forth. Okay. So I'm glad to see you, and I'm glad you all connected. Please be ready to speak next class. Yes, you participated well. You keep on participating even more. So that's everything for today. Please ask me if you have any other questions. I am here to help.
Thank you, teacher.
No, you're welcome.
Thanks,
If you-
teacher.
No,